We are going to be looking at how to tell someone is emotionally immature.
Okay, so share with me, what are your reservations as far in general with a relationship?
I just feel like you don't allow me to speak a lot of the time. Like, you do most of the talking. You joke a lot. Like, when I'm in the middle of like talking, you deflect with jokes.
So you don't want me to make you smile?
I do. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you do that?
I think that's more charming than, I mean well.
I'm actually, I love to laugh. I love to joke around. But when we're having a serious conversation, let me get my thoughts out before you joke.
Now, you know, guys, I am going to be talking about Brian because we have seen consistently during this season of Ready to Love that Brian is actually emotionally immature.
Because I've tried to be vulnerable with you a little bit.
Which situation?
My domestic violence, and I was talking about that on the couch.
Yeah.
And for me to even have opened up to you about that, and you just still didn't even take an initiative to even try to understand the situation or what I was trying to say, that was another reason why I was just like, are you ever gonna listen to me just to see who I am?
Can I talk, Massa?
Oh, don't you
Massa,
dare.
can I talk, Massa?
Don't you dare.
And we see here with Brian that he is a really good example of someone who's definitely over 30, and he seems to have this inability to really take on board any kind of serious conversation. When she tried to discuss her abusive relationship, Brian just didn't seem to be able to respond in a way that kind of showed a level of maturity. Another sign of emotional immaturity is when that person pulls away in times of distress for you. So you might be actually trying to offload and tell them something that is really significant, or maybe it's something you went through. And Alex gives a good example of this.
But I've been in an abusive relationship before.
For real? How long?
Like 3 years. I guess maybe that's me being vulnerable and just also explaining to you why I am the way I am. Why does it take me a while to trust? You know what I'm saying?
Is this paralysis by analysis or something?
What?
Now, these are warning signs. These are indicators sometimes that that person is emotionally immature. They're not able to almost support you in those more vulnerable moments. They can't really join you in that space. It begins to feel too uncomfortable for them. They don't know how to comfort you and sit with you in that place where your feelings are. They try and deflect instead. They try and make jokes. They try and avoid it.
Oh, don't you
Massa,
dare.
can I talk, Massa?
Don't you dare. I don't feel like my point is getting across. With him interjecting every time I began to talk with jokes, just made me feel like he's not taking my feelings serious.
Another sign that actually someone is emotionally immature is when you yourself start to feel lonely in this actual relationship or in this dating experience, where you yourself start to feel like your feelings don't count, or you yourself start to feel like what you've got to say, you can't get it out. And Alex talks about this. I don't actually get to express what I'm feeling because this person runs in with another joke, another banter, another comment, and it absolutely takes away from what she's actually thinking and feeling.
So you've never been in love as an adult in your adult life?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you haven't been in love in your adult life yet?
I was in a state where I just wasn't being very intentional, and I was just having what I thought to be fun. I was just acting up, like just doing me, you know, saving the world. I was about to say a joke, but I said, I don't want to get a spanking. I can say a joke now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh my gosh, why? Don't do that. Say
To find love.
You know what?
He interjects with humor. He interjects again with this kind of playful banterish around, oh, don't tell me off, or, you know, am I allowed to say a joke now? You can see how he's very uncomfortable with actually being able to talk about anything of substance. And this can be another sign that somebody is emotionally immature. The conversations always stay surface level. The minute you try to get deeper, build something a little bit, a few layers down, they tend to either disrupt it, deflect it, interrupt with some humor. They try to change the subject. These are all signs, guys, of someone who is actually emotionally immature. Now, the other thing that I want to touch on is the fact that we see with Brian, he struggled throughout this season to communicate his feelings.
That really hurt my feelings.
I was kind of uncomfortable, like actually just coming to like watch a movie, because I didn't know if I was willing to make that statement yet. And maybe that's a part of me that just needs to be a little more honest and transparent so there are no blurred lines.
We see that he often struggles to just be upfront, direct, and communicate. And these again are signs when someone actually shows emotional immaturity. So guys, make sure you're picking up on these signs. When you notice that someone is often going into that playful place, and there's nothing wrong with play, there's nothing wrong with having that little banter, but let's say if there is this kind of constant interjecting of banter, of laughter, of jokes, of trying to kind of deflect from the actual subject or the actual serious thing that you're talking about, this is someone you need to consider whether that is a suitable partner who you want to be with, who can actually attend to your emotional needs. And make sure you stay tuned for this, which is the part 2, because I'm going to be delving deeper into some of the real warning signs, and we're going to look closely at Vince. Now, Vince demonstrates some real danger signs when it comes to emotional immaturity that I want to address. Let me know if you notice any other signs when someone is emotionally immature. Make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe and the bell so you never miss another video each and every time I upload. Take care and God bless. Bye.